What's the name of chicken wraps?
Look, by now, you should have seen or at least heard Mary J. Blige and her new commercial that got yanked from Burger King, where she's singing passionately about their new crispy chicken wraps. If you haven't seen it, I'm putting a little link in the description box below so you can watch it. You need to experience this. So Burger King yanked the commercial because people were complaining, saying it was racially insensitive and offensive, and it promotes stereotypes and all that other shit. I, on the other hand, think it is the greatest song and video. Probably one of the greatest things to happen this year. My only real concern was, well, I just thought that white manager was going to look at Mary like, Madam, if you don't get your black ass off of my goddamn furniture with them thigh-high boots. I just don't find the commercial to be offensive. I think that it's hilarious. Mary J. Blige dressed like she just dropped her kids off at her mama's house and she get ready to go to the club. And she's standing on a damn table singing about chicken wraps. In detail. It's so bad that it's so funny. And I'm sorry, some stereotypes are just fucking true. I have yet to meet a black person who does not enjoy chicken. And I'm sure you've never met one either. You want to know why? Because they don't fucking exist. That's why. You give a nigga some chicken and you know what? Sometimes we feel the need to sing about it. Especially if it's crispy. And you gonna add fresh lettuce, 3 cheeses, and ranch dressing? And wrap it in a tasty flour tortilla? Bitch, Mary, get your ass back on that goddamn table and keep singing about that crispy ass chicken wrapped in that goddamn tortilla, bitch. I don't blame you. Do you know how many times I've gone to fucking McDonald's and wanted to jump up and down on their goddamn tables and sing about the fucking McNuggets with the sweet chili sauce? You lost your damn mind. Sing your heart out, Mary. Crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, 3 cheeses. Oh! Mary, bitch, wait a minute now. You did this. Hold on. Now, Mary, this lettuce ain't as fresh as I thought it was gonna be, bitch. And this flour tortilla is not. It's really not that tasty. It's still a funny ass song. So a few people have been asking me what I think about J. Cole being dissed by Diggy Simmons. Cole released a song like a year ago, and a few people thought some of the lyrics were directed towards Diggy's sister, Vanessa. She's the pretty one. And basically he was talking about a girl that he slept with in college, and she was a freak, and her daddy was a reverend, or whatever. So people took that as a shot towards Vanessa because they both went to St. John's University. Also, on a recent song, Cole said something about Diggy because it rhymed with Biggie. But he also said on the song that it wasn't a diss. I just feel as though this is an attempt by Diggith to put some hype around his album because the shit came out and it went like quadruple pillow pet and nobody really was here for, his debut. So you recorded a diss record to J. Cole last year and your album came out, sold 20,000 copies, and all of a sudden it leaked, but you didn't do it. Diggy, your sister is a grown-ass woman. If she felt some kind of way about anybody's line, she should have came out and said, look, I didn't fuck him, I don't know him, ain't nothing like that nigga is lying. Okay? I'm just over here trying to sell these damn sneakers, muffin or honey bun, peach Danish, whatever the fuck them damn sneakers are called. We over here trying to sell shoes and be cute. So I don't know that nigga. She should have just come out and said that her damn self. This, I'm not here for it, Diggy, but I like you. Let me tell you about my auntie, Kanye Omari West. Mama released a song yesterday called Theraflu. On said song, I'm not going to recite the lyrics verbatim because I just don't fucking feel like it. And if you want to hear it, you can go to SoFurious.com because I posted it up there a few hours ago. But basically, Kanye said that all these people are trying to fuck Amber Rose. He respects Wiz Khalifa. He fell in love with Kim around the time that she fell in love with Chris Humphries. And he doesn't give a fuck anymore, but he could have had Jay-Z drop Chris from the Nets. Now, these ain't a bunch of shady butch queen antics. I don't know what the fuck is. Amber Rose being pursued by a whole bunch of industry dick really isn't a surprise, and I don't really think anyone even really gives a fuck about Amber Rose that much anymore. But if that is not a kick in the scrotum to tell a nigga, if I wanted to, I could have had you lose your job. Not even just have you benched, but had you dropped altogether. And let's face it, nobody knew who the fuck Chris Humphries was before Kim Kardashian started giving him that acidic ass pussy. And nobody really gives a fuck about who he is, right? Like, he's really not relevant outside of the whole Kardashian cult. So, like, what the fuck would Chris Humpty Dumpty do if he wasn't playing basketball? They'd have to probably hire his big ass to work at Halloween Horror Nights every year. But Kanye, you know I love you, sis, but I gotta be honest with you. It's partially your fault. You gotta stop loving these hoes. You gotta stop. People keep asking me what I think about Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded. I don't really want to talk about it. I'm trying not to talk about it. I used to be a really big Nicki Minaj fan, so obviously people have been asking, whatever. I will say this. I think that Nicki's new album sounds like an ill attempt at trying to tackle a bunch of different genres and sounds and markets without having any real direction or theme or structure. A lot of people think that Nicki is being a sellout because she's doing all of these different, she's doing pop music and blase blase. I don't have a problem with Nicki Minaj making pop music. Super Bass was one of my favorite songs from her last album, and it's a really big pop record. I think that she can do pop music and do hip-hop music and succeed in both areas. However, if she rushes into both of those things and tries to just slap people across the face with a whole bunch of generic sounds from both genres, it's not going to work. Not in my opinion, anyway. Some of the shit she says is funny and entertaining or whatnot, but there's no real substance to me. There's no real content lyrically. I'm sitting with Anna. I'm really sitting with Anna. Ain't a metaphor punchline. I'm really sitting with Anna. Okay, bitch, you sitting with Anna. We heard you the first time. You ain't gotta say it 24 months. We heard you. And also, being an old Nicki Minaj fan, I know that a lot of them verses and lines were taken from old mixtapes and unreleased songs. Then the majority of the album, which is very pop driven, is just a whole bunch of nonsensical stuff about being in the club and just wanting to dance and seeing some nigga across the club and, you know, wanting to go home with him. Like most songs today are. It just all seems like a big ass clusterfuck and a rush of trying to shove these two different sounds and genres on one album to please a whole bunch of people without actually perfecting it. To wrap it all up and put it in a nice, you know, short package, to me, this album is, you know, it's like that pot of gumbo at the family reunion or the cookout. And it's made by that cousin, and you don't really trust her cooking skills because she's a little bit off. But you love her, but she's just a little bit, you know, you just gotta be like, that's her, you know. And so you see the gumbo, and then you ask, like, who made this? You're like, oh, cousin Nicki made that. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna really fuck with it. You know, I love Nicki, but I can't really. It's just a little too much going on in this pot. Some of the ingredients I fuck with, I like. It's tasty, but collectively, it's just not gonna suit my palate. I'm not really fucking with it. So none for me, thanks. That's how I feel about Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded. I understand that fans are gonna love it. And it's going to be great. And I'm super happy for her. And she's successful. And she has, you know, a lot that she's got doing. So congratulations to you, bitch. You made it out the ghetto. You're a fucking superstar now. I'm not buying this album. God bless. This is nasty.